Hello and welcome to another video tutorial of Tango Awareness, in which we are going to focus today on the intention of leadership in men. We are all going through various phases as men in order to learn how to mark or lead in our dancing. Now, one of these aspects that is inhibiting the progression of men is the intention that a man has in his head, but is not really translating it with his body. So there is a discongruence between his body and his mind. Body and mind are speaking a different language or are having a different intention and intensity of movement. Now, on the other side, where women receive this, women knowingly as sentient beings, are feeling this duality and are, of course, going to respond to it accordingly. So they are going to become more alert, they are going to sense this duality, they are going to sense this doubt, this inclarity. And of course, this is not facilitating neither one of the parties of this equation. In order to resolve this, we have to go to the source of this conflict, if we might call it like that, which is based into two fields. The first is the way we are talking to our male students about leading. Very often we use the word lead or mark, but without really giving the content about the term. Not really explaining how this is done and what he has to do or which tools he has in order to lead. Which comes down to being with himself, having a purpose in movement, in what he is going to offer, being clear-cut and certain of what he is doing, and offering this towards the woman. But we are not talking about it, so this is really a difficult issue for someone who still has to learn it. A second point is that the moment when men are standing in front of a woman, they are changing their behavior. They are becoming not so certain anymore. They are becoming doubtful or they are becoming fearful. Because the general energy of man, the characteristics of man, is that they are always looking for liberty. Men are experiencing harmony of movement through liberty, whereas women are experiencing this through contact, through connection. And of course, when now standing in front of him, a woman is like, okay, how do I have to deal with this? And he becomes doubtful because it is limiting his liberty. Men also need this liberty of movement in order to translate the music into movement. So these are the two fields where this conflict is being generated. Now, what are the means in order to give head to this obstacle? First of all, we have to learn and to talk about men that they can lead out of themselves, which means they are going to shift their focus from the figure or the sequence or from the woman towards themselves, so that they are present in themselves, which is ultimately what women are looking for. Being present with himself makes that his focus and his concentration is now pointed out with a certain purpose to the movement, to the direction, or to whatever he wants to create. And this gives clarity. which is ultimately, of course, received on the other side as more clear and more comfortable for the woman as well. So this needs to occur. On the other hand, men need to really take the time to what they want, to translate it exactly with their body. Because this duality or this incongruence is ultimately not leading to anything and is never really feeling like a profound and grounded movement that can be trusted by a woman. So shifting it on one hand to himself and taking the initiative with purpose, with clarity, towards what he wants to do, what he wants to elaborate. One of the exercises is that he is getting his focus to himself, for example, and that he is making his move as if she is not really there. So not being influenced by her. Then you get a clear movement and presence within himself, which is generating clear leadership. Now, if you liked this information in this video, please subscribe to our channel and stay focused on our upcoming videos. See you soon.